They called it the unyielding year. No one remembered exactly when the aliens came, only that one morning, Earth's sky was filled with ships as black as midnight, humming with silent menace. The galactic councils, heralds those arrogant. Six-eyed giants from the Kynari Dominion descended with the calmness of tax collectors. But down below, among the battered cities and broken power grids, humanity's answer brewed quietly. Instead, an ancient trick, handwritten letters, hidden inside loaves of bread, slipped under doors, passed along in a million small, desperate ways. The message was simple. Don't give up. Do not go quietly. Remember who we are. They demanded Earth's surrender, citing ancient laws written in the stars. Weak species belonged to strong ones. Resistance was pointless. For a while, it seemed the world's leaders agreed. Not a weapon, not yet, but a network. Kids rewired old satellite dishes. Grandmothers swapped recipes that were really coded messages. Delivery drivers carried secret maps inside pizza boxes. Her code triggered an old, half-broken emergency broadcast system. And across Earth's surviving radios came a simple, glitchy song, Don't Stop Believing. It was meant as a joke, a dare. Instead, it became an anthem. Every small act was a stitch in a tapestry. The Unbroken grew. He mapped their patrols, predicted their raids, and set up traps using nothing but string, cans, and toy cars. Isla grinned. They expect guns. We'll give them pranks. Why do these animals persist? Thal muttered. The Kynari's technology, unstoppable at first, began to falter. Their patrols disappeared on darkened highways. Their supplies vanished. You fight for a doomed cause? Velos hissed in the rain. All over the ruins, people stepped from the darkness, humming, defying the curfew, voices rising in stubborn harmony. The Kynari tried to silence them, but the music grew fierce and wild, echoing off broken glass. Isla stood trembling in the shadows, heart breaking, the city silent around her. Once a squad returned to their barracks to find the walls covered with crude, defiant art. Human fists, painted in blood and grease, with the words, "Not yours." They cannot win. Confused and shaken, the aliens faltered. In the chaos, Jacob slipped his bonds, running for Isla's arms as the crowd surged. It started with a message, not a broadcast too easy to jam. Around them, battered cities came alive, voices rising, hope ignited. Isla, desperate, used the last trick in her code, a backdoor planted in the first days of occupation. As Thal's ship powered up, the world's screens flickered to life, every phone, every billboard, every alien display showing human faces, laughing, crying, singing, living. The network pulsed with human stories, a billion voices in a tapestry of stubborn hope. A teenage coder named Isla intercepted one of those letters, and her mind raced with ideas. She gathered her ragtag group, a retired schoolteacher who once worked for NASA, a deaf graffiti artist who mapped patrol routes with chalk but by the impossible spirit of a species that refused to kneel. High Executor Thal of the Kynari watched Earth's cities dim. Velos prided himself on psychological warfare. He believed fear was the true leash. Velos, frustrated, set a trap for the Unbroken, luring them to an abandoned library rigged with sensors and drones. But Jacob saw the pattern. The underground network, once scattered, became a digital wildfire. They learned how to jam the Kynari's comms, hijack their power, feed them false orders. When the aliens responded with brute force, the Unbroken vanished like ghosts appearing, only to snatch another victory from the jaws of defeat. The crew flipped the trap, broadcasting live footage of Velos stumbling through his own maze, tangled in Christmas lights, to every surviving screen in Times Square. He began with public displays, rounding up whole blocks for questioning, deploying drones that blared alien propaganda, outlawing music and laughter. But it only made the resistance cleverer, bolder. He was bored. Another easy conquest. The humans barely fought back. "Bring me the planet's leaders," he sighed, swirling star wine. But reports came in of missing soldiers, sabotaged patrols, hacked security feeds. The human resistance was everywhere and nowhere. A Pakistani drone pilot stranded by the first invasion wave, and her own little brother Jacob, a chess prodigy, who saw strategy everywhere. They called themselves the Unbroken. Above them, in the gleaming orbital command tower, Thal sent his best hunter Velos to root out the trouble. In the shadows, Isla's crew was building something. One night, as storm clouds rolled over New York, Isla hacked into a derelict weather satellite. Even the Kynari noticed. But as weeks bled into months, the balance shifted. Jacob, the chess prodigy, studied every move. He realized the Kynari operated like machines, always by the book. The world started to laugh again, even in secret. That was the moment the tide truly turned. Humanity realized the Kynari bled too, maybe not blood, but pride, and pride could be wounded. Then came the real fight. The Unbroken called on engineers, hackers, artists, and old soldiers from every continent. But resistance had a cost. One night, Velos captured Jacob. The aliens paraded the boy through the shattered city, demanding Isla's surrender. Then someone started singing, soft at first. A lullaby her mother used to sing, then louder. Isla found her courage, using the distraction. She hacked the Kynari's own command ship, blasting the lullaby through every speaker. Every drone, every suit of armor. High Executor Thal saw his empire crumbling. Furious, he ordered the orbital cannons to target the resistance. The cannons fizzled. Thal's ship went dark. Around the globe, the Kynari's machines shut down, their command grid hijacked by human hearts and hands. The next morning, the sky was empty again. The ships had fled, the Kynari beaten not by weapons. Isla and Jacob stood in the dawn, holding hands. Humanity had changed forever, not because they were the strongest, but because they were unbreakable, unpredictable, impossible to silence. The galaxy would remember. And somewhere, across the stars, an alien whispered, "Beware the planet called Earth. Its people never give up."